Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's Brother David Hodge. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. My name is Sister Fatima Hodge. Welcome.
All right, brothers and sisters. We're going to continue with the ongoing conflict that is taking place in the Middle East that will change the world as you know it forever. Well, if you're paying attention, the war is escalating. The conflict is ongoing. Parties are attacking one another constantly. Israel and Israel, they're increasing their consequence, which they will reap what they're doing. And Iran will be the party that will be victorious in this war. And that's pretty much the highlight of what everyone's wondering. Who's going to be the winning party? How's this going to work? Is Trump going to be able to pull off this peace agreement? And we know the facts that he's not. He will not be able to pull off an agreement. There will be no peace being made, only the destruction and the defeat of the parties helping false Israel and false Israel's destruction.
Mm-hmm. Sisters and brothers, so exactly, excuse me. So, sisters and brothers, like you shared, that everybody's trying to figure out who's going to win in the war, right? And the scriptures identifies that America and Britain, false Israel, will be taken out, right? So if that's the case, that means that they're not going to be successful in this war because the scriptures identifies that there will be a war with Michael and his angels, with the dragon and his angels, right? And we know that Michael and his angels is our God. Michael represents Master Farah Muhammad, which is our God at this time, and his angels represent Iran and Syria. So that means Iran, that's at war with Israel right now, they are on the side of the God, of our God, sisters and brothers.
Right.
So that means that their plan is not to, harm the black man and woman of America, and we know that. So the point is that I'm making is that it speaks about this war in the scriptures.
Right.
Michael and his angels, dragon and his angels.
Right.
And that's exactly what you see today.
Right.
Right now. That's the point I'm making. That's exactly who you see who are at war right now.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia, which is the House of Saud, American Britain, false Israel, all the people.
All the parties are there.
All the players, they all here.
Michael's and his angels, Iran and Syria.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the dragon and his angels. And that's America, Britain, false Israel. And you have the dragon, as you just said, the House of Saud, right? So all parties are involved. They're here, right? So that's telling you that the scriptures is taking place as we speak.
Oh, we're living out the scriptures.
Right. We're living out the scriptures right now. They tell you that we're not living out the scriptures, right?
It says past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is ancient Babylon, ancient. If that's the case, then why are these things happening?
Right.
And the scriptures said that they will happen. Why are these things happening right now? If this is so ancient, well, it's reoccurring.
Right. That's what they claim, right?
Obviously, if it happened already, it's happening again, right? At this point, so people, they don't look at the scriptures as
being future tense,
as we're living them out or being a future. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Situation, and that alone will blind you because you don't look at the light that's given to you for this time as a light.
Right.
You're looking at it as if it was a light for something, another time period or another period of time. This was their guidance. Right. But what is yours?
Right.
If that is the case, this is ancient. All these things happen. I mean, that these things, I mean, this word was for the people that happened to then, right?
Right. What do we need a book that's outdated and irrelevant for?
Exactly.
To know about stuff that happened then. How is it gonna help you now?
Mm-hmm. So what is it? What is the book now? Right.
Exactly.
What is the guidance for now?
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff that's happening right now. What do we do?
Right.
What is there to come? Right.
Exactly.
And that's why the scriptures are there to give you that, right?
It's guidance.
The guidance. So what is the guidance for now? If that was past tense.
Right.
That's how you know it's a lie, because if that's how you know it's a lie, because all the events are happening now.
Right.
And if they didn't have anything, they would have no light, no guidance, sisters and brothers, and they can't blind themselves, right? They'll be blind.
They need
they wouldn't know what to do, right?
Right.
This is they first of all, this is our, that's the point of us giving the scriptures, because they don't even they need guidance, sisters and brothers, these devils. So we have to understand that they're using these scriptures, and they're building their reality.
Right, exactly.
From that.
That's what's building that, right. They're using it to build the reality for the season. You see? And that's what they would need to do so, to be successful in this season. See? And now they're at the time where this season is up. There's a new season coming in, so they're panicking. Trying to keep rule, trying to keep the power. Right. But it's going out.
Trying to keep that veil over the scriptures being past tense. Right. They're trying to make sure that you keep that in your mind, but it's hard for them to keep that there, because all these events are happening right now. Passover, coronavirus, all these things that's happening. Their judgment, 400 years started on time. Right. These things that you can put in the scripture yourselves without understanding the unsealed scriptures. You can see that.
Right. That's verbatim.
Verbatim.
Tell you word for word.
Exactly. So it's getting harder and harder.
Exactly.
Right. Getting harder and harder for them to hide this lie.
Right.
That they've been keeping up Well, yeah.
Right. They've been lying
to us. This is what they do. Sisters and brothers. So they've been trying to keep this hidden
from us.
But it's being exposed, sisters and brothers, and we're here to give you that light to expose exactly what they're not telling you, sisters and brothers, and a lot of stuff they don't even know themselves. Right. So, which is one of the things is the outcome of this war.
Right.
They're going to lose this war.
Right. That's what they don't.
Now, if they knew that,
they don't want to hear that.
Right.
They might know it. They don't want to hear it.
Right. They
don't believe it.
Fear. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. They don't have any fear in them, so they do whatever that they feel is necessary.
Right. They don't fear the consequences.
They don't think. They just do. Right.
Right. So they're killing that, but they swallow a camel. That let you know right there. They do all these little things, and they add up to this big situation. They don't see it, because if they did, they would stop it from taking place. It would stop doing it. But they don't realize it themselves until they're ill, until they have 4-stage cancer. They don't know. They cultivate things, and that's why. Because like she said, they don't fear it. Or you take heed to what's taking place around you. But you don't know until it's last minute. You know what I'm saying? Until it's, what is it called? Acute or severe. You know what I'm saying? That's
shrewdly. They were told to deal shrewdly with that.
Right. In a way they didn't see coming, that we didn't see coming. You see? So
we didn't expect it. We wouldn't expect what's happening, right?
Right.
So they would give me a shock.
Exactly.
Sneak up on it, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to take place. Because they have been dealing with it in that way.
Exactly. That's why people don't think that they're bad people. They don't. Slavery don't exist anymore. They don't do all that stuff that they was doing no more. That stuff's over with. America has changed. Progress is on the way. Black people are being treated better. Look, they're millionaires. They're this or that.
Y'all didn't you didn't go through that. People that are alive right now experience slavery, experience that. So you guys just need to shut up.
Jails for people that's bad and do crimes and this and that. And they justify everything. Abortion ain't bad. This is for people when women get raped and you can do this and that. But they don't realize that what was the design behind these things. What was intended for. It don't matter if somebody's going to go benefit from these things or it benefiting them in the protection of something, of crime or whatever. But it was the intention that was built around it. It was centered around you to go for you. You see, for you to go to jail. for your babies to be aborted, for your food to be tampered with. That's what it's all about. For you to be flipped and turned every way, and to basically mess with your mind, mess with your health, mess with your thinking, keep your level of thinking low, keep you from thinking, keep you uneducated. You see, they keep these divided lines, and they keep these red lines and these black codes. They keep the police on your neck. They got us. They got their demons on you. So you think it's black on black crime, but it's not. It's their demons versus us, original people. So it looked like it's that, but that's not what's going on.
Or demons on demons.
Right. So that's another thing, right? Demons on demons. So we're being attacked by their blackface devil children, on top of them being our role models. Those are people we got to look up to and take their advice and all these things. So you see what we're dealing with.
You see that? Right. So that means they look like us. So they're tarnishing our image.
Right.
Because they look like us, but they're actually devils in black skin.
Right.
So they are showing you the actions of a devil, right? This is what they do. This is what they are. This is who they are by nature, right? So they may look like us, but they act just like their fathers, sisters and brothers. So, like you shared, they're corrupting our nation as well. And they are in the plans to destroy our image, because like we shared, this war, once this war plays out to where false Israel is kicked out, right? Excuse me. False Israel, American Britain's kicked out and false Israel is taken out. That's going to give the okay to these Caucasians to attack black people, because at this point you are now the evidence of their crime, right?
Right.
They're going to realize that's why it's the shock of the hour. Shock of the hour. This is an abomination, right? Because it's not supposed to happen.
Right.
Israel's not supposed to be destroyed, uprooted. Wait a minute. That's going to destroy their whole mindset.
Right, their mind is wrapped around that idea.
That's what they're taught.
Right. False Israel is Abraham. That's just the foundation of this reality. That's their ideology. That's what keeps them balanced. So their balance is going to be knocked off.
It's going to be the shot. They've been thinking they blessing God's people. God's people are here. They think they're blessing them. Right. They think they're going to be blessed by God for blessing them. So all these things that they're doing, because this is what they were taught. This is what they were told, right? On top of the people that some people actually know that they're placed there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go through the history and a lot of people know. And I said, this is not, they try to hide it from us, but this is something that you can do your research on and find these things out for yourself. And a lot of people do know this, but it's a lot of their people that don't know. It's a lot of their people that don't know. They just living and thinking they're doing right by, their Lord or whatever the case may be. When the whole time they're being lied to as well.
Exactly.
So that's why I say it's going to be the shock of the hour, because they're going to be in shock. Man. What the heck? Hold on. Imagine that. You've been giving all your money and all your praise and thanks to this person, this thing, because you're thinking this is who they are. And then you find out that's not who they are, and they lying to you, and they done did. Oh my goodness.
And they done took your money, your hard-earned money.
And on top of that, I've been thinking I've been blessing the right people, and I haven't. I've been actually cursing God's people.
Oh, yeah. That's for them devils.
So they're going to be in shock, sisters and brothers. The shock of the hour. The shock of the hour when this happens.
On top of what's taking place over there now. We see all the destruction and the damages and the hunger, the killings, the ongoing this complete suffering. And that's what's coming here. No nothing. No food, no water, no this, no that, no... You know what I'm saying? The complete destruction is on the way here. Worse than any Great Depression, worse than any Holocaust, worse than any world wars. Anything that you can think, that's terrible. It's going to be coming here. It's called unprecedented. That's unprecedented. Something that never has happened You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it said. Men's hearts have failed from that, from the anticipation of it coming here, just the thought of it.
Exactly.
You know. So.
And then not just the thought of it, just because you're seeing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So not just knowing that that's what's coming here.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to fill their hearts, right? Because knowing that that's about to come here now.
Here to you.
Oh my God, that's gonna shock people alone.
Right.
When the event actually takes place and they are taken out, like I shared, they'll attack all blacks.
Right.
Total economic collapse.
Right.
Crash, collapse. Sisters and brothers, this economy fuels off of oil.
That's what it runs off of.
This is the lifeline of America. Oil.
You need everything for
it to run. Have it. Right. You have to have it. Industrial. It's an industrial revolution. They have machine. Everything is fueled by oil.
Gadgets,
everything. Everything you can think of, sisters and brothers. The cars, planes, machines, military weapons. Everything that they need to be successful is fueled by oil, and they won't have it. They won't have it. Right. They won't have that. And that's going to isolate false Israel, right? Am I explaining that right?
No, that.
No, excuse me, sisters and brothers. My goodness.
Right, that's going that's going to cause. Right, that what you're saying is going to cause an energy crisis here in America.
Right.
You know, but them being kicked out of the Middle East is going to cause them to not have access to the oil, which is going to cause their energy crisis.
Right.
And lead up to what you're saying about no this, no oil, no heating, no, you know what I'm saying, complete
famine.
Right, complete
right.
Famine. Mm-hmm. That's
right.
Which nobody's had ever experienced, because people here in America has had it their way. They eat 4 to 5 times a day. They go on vacations. They kick it. They're living their best life. They've never had to suffer in such a manner, but they've made others suffer. Yes, sir. So they've never expected that this will happen, because it's supposed to be the blessed country, blessed by God, backed by God. You see, so they're in for a rude awakening. You know, and like I said, shock. It's gonna be shock. It's gonna send shockwaves through the planet. That's gonna rock the planet, and it's gonna give people heart attacks. Literally, even while they driving, people be driving, having heart attacks, running, smacking into stuff. People gonna be flying airplanes coming out of the sky. You feel what I'm saying? People operating machinery, and they just falling out, literally. So that's our job, is to tell you, give you a heads up, so you reduce that shock. Because everybody's going to be affected, but how much will you be affected by it?
Exactly. So, yes, sir. It says going to be a famine. The famine of all necessities that you need, meaning of no food, no water, no gas. All these things are going to be polluted. Think about that. They said they're going to poison the crops. Scriptures also identify that. So imagine that. You had food. Hold on. We had some vegetables, at least. Some things that were growing. But they're all poisoned now. Your crops are poisoned.
Right.
That's how serious it's going to be, sisters and brothers. You're going to think you got something. Oh, I got my farm. I got my chickens and my eggs. I got my...
Your eggs is tainted.
Sisters and brothers, that's how serious this is. That's how serious the crime that America has committed, sisters and brothers.
Right.
That's how serious the crime. That you can tell by the actions of the reaction of it, right? How messed up they were and are, because this is what's about to come to them. All these things. Nobody cares about their babies, their children. Nobody cares about none of that. That's how you know how serious this is. Usually, if a person cares about the babies, that doesn't matter. Unprecedented times, sisters and brothers. unprecedented times. You're going to be in a situation where you're at the store because you didn't see this light. You're at the store. You're having it said flee. When you see this event happen, and you're going to be somewhere far away from your children, maybe because you didn't know you didn't prepare,
right?
And get this light, right? So now you're in a situation where you're fleeing and you can't go back and get nothing. You can't even go get your children if you had left them at the house, right?
Right.
That's how serious this situation is going to be, which is why we're putting this light out before the event takes place, so you are able to be aware of what's about to come, so you're not in that situation where your children are having to, your children are going to die with whoever they're with, wherever they were, and you can't care about it because you got to keep moving.
Right.
And if you turn around, you're going to die, so you can turn around and go get them.
Do whatever you need to do.
But it's going to result in your
death.
In your death, sisters and brothers.
That's what it tell you. Don't hesitate or you'll die.
There's going to be a lot of hesitation there.
Right. Think about it. That's deep. My children stay by me. So I get it.
This is why we're making you aware before this event happens. So you are able to prepare. Right. These people are not preparing you.
Nope. They're making you a target.
And they're supposed to be the light for you.
Right.
These pastors and preachers.
These flashlights.
These black leaders, they're not telling you they're not preparing you for what's about to happen here.
Nope.
First of all, because they don't even know. Because if they knew, they would be preparing themselves. They're not even preparing themselves.
They hoping that they go off to be with the Lord one day, quickly.
Or they just believing in America and think that they're going to win, so they're not preparing you for a loss.
Right.
They
think they're going to get away with it. You get it? Like, they hope that none of this happened during their time. And they pass away before all this happens.
America being good, they ain't never experienced, they ain't never went through that. And this is another reason why the people are so cocky, because they have never experienced, you know what I'm saying? How these other countries have.
It only happen in other countries. It don't happen here in America.
You know what I'm saying? That we see on TV and certain things happen in other countries, third world countries, and they think that's just over there.
They got going on with that oil and all that stuff over there. You know what I mean?
People are not realizing that this is going to be here on your front doorstep. We've never experienced that. That there alone is a shock.
Right.
It's going to be a shock.
Man.
Because like you said, we focus on the wrong thing. We focus on going on vacation. Being going out of country. Partying.
Drinking.
And your people are out here suffering. And we're about to be suffering, sisters and brothers. Right. But they're doing this on purpose,
It's not your fault. They have people in place to keep us within the programming. Keep you programming with what they have planned for you, which is your destruction. Keep you pacified with sports, entertainment, social media. Keep you discombobulated with AI. Got you. You see, got AI.
That's another thing. Yeah.
Wrap that around you. And that's another one of the tactics they'll use to destroy you. Because you have so much faith in AI. You're going to be asking for, and was this the best idea, AI? Or how? Right. And it's going to be giving you advice. Yeah, you're fine. Go to the store.
Yeah, and directing you right to their house. Right. Directing you right to snatch you right on up.
It's going to tell you a location you're going to go to, and they're going to be right there waiting to cook you and haul you up. You see?
Which is why you can't trust in it. You're not going to be able to trust in your sister, brother. That's why it's important for you to get this light. Because you will understand who your enemies are. Your hidden ones, your open ones. Because they're playing, they're not, sister brothers, like the scripture shares, they will reach out from their graves, right? And take you down with them.
That's the plan.
So they know their destruction is here, right? They're going to try to get you to go right with them, sisters and brothers.
Right.
They got nothing to lose. And imagine seeing the devil in full action that we've never seen. Never seen that. We just watch we watch their minds through their movies and their TV shows and things. but we never see their minds in real action.
Right. A little bit we do see, it's not going to be done compared to how they're going to act when they have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing. They've had everything, and they show you how they are. And that's nothing.
And they're about to be destroyed. On top of that, all this is going through their brain.
They're going to hell. Their lives is going to turn to hell.
Exactly.
They treat you like shit when they in heaven. So imagine what they're going to treat you like when they're in hell.
Because the brothers, and during this time, like we're going to have energy as well. So that's going to, a lot of people are going to be. Well, that's another situation. Let's just think about something else. Go back. The first thing, the point I was making is that they're going to be healthy.
Yeah,
and it's not going to help the situation because
you think you die from these things is going to take place. You know, eating piss and shit. They'll be eating feces.
Eating people, eating feces. Once the people and things are gone, you know, once everybody done ate everything, you know, what's left, right? You got animals, cats, dogs. After all you're gonna see dogs missing out of nowhere first. You know, you gotta hit levels to it. Sisters and brothers, people are gonna be eating animals, eating their pets.
Right. So they eat their children first before they eat their pets. You know they love their pets.
And that's another thing. They might eat the children first before they eat the pet. Ain't that crazy?
That's what it is. Children be gray-headed during this time. Unprecedented. You never seen a child with gray hair. Why? Because they're running from their parents.
Exactly. He said that the most tender-hearted man would, you know,
he wouldn't have no compassion for his wife
and his children. Right. I mean, the most sweetest man you know, right? Oh, he's such a sweetheart, such a good guy. He's gonna, sisters and brothers, he's going to be eating them,
crack their neck, and
eating his family members, eating his children,
feast on them,
just so nobody else will be able to.
He needed for his survival. You see, he ain't sweet no more.
That's how serious this is. My neighbor.
My
neighbor is such a sweetheart. Let me go next door and see if I can see if we got a little food. They got a little food left, or they can help us out a little bit. Let's go over there. Hurry up! Come on. You get up there, they got a gun to your head.
Right.
Who you thought? What you thought this was?
Right on you. Get back.
They ain't even gonna get back. They're gonna shoot you immediately.
Right,
period.
Depending on what time it is.
Depending on what it right.
They might give you a warning.
The
first time.
Right, because you thought your neighbors were sweet. You thought that's how serious about to be. People are. It's gonna be one. They're gonna be worried about themselves. Nobody's gonna be your friend during this time at all. Because survival, you either live or you die. That's right. The time that you're about to approach.
Right.
Survival. Either you're going to survive or you're not.
Right.
That's the time that's coming. And a lot of our people are, not prepared for it. A lot of people, period, are not prepared for it. They have their children, and them, not just children, them. They're changing over their diets to eat vegan, making their bodies weak to not even be able to survive during a famine, because at this point you need vegetables, right? You need this. I need this, and this for me to feel good.
To eat certain things, right?
But no, this is what you have right here. You better eat this meat. You better eat this. You better eat this can. You better eat this dried cracker. You better eat this. I don't eat those things. That alone that group of people alone is gonna perish.
It's a sifting process, right.
And they think that they're doing good things right now. They think that this is great, right? When it's only making them weak, which is why they're promoting it so deep. They're promoting being vegan, doing all these things, eating vegetables. They know what they're doing.
Right.
They're keeping you weak. They don't need you out here strong, eating meat, having your body used to. You know what I'm saying? They're doing this on purpose to kill. To wipe you out. Because they know that
it was really intended to do good for you in the long run. Like you said, they wouldn't even promote it. Really helping to make you better than them, make them stronger, and be able to be, really conquer them.
Exactly.
They wouldn't provide that information.
They got to be the higher pressure, right?
Right.
High pressure defeats low pressure, right? So they keep you beneath them in order to keep that power.
Right.
We have to. They keep us underneath them.
Exactly.
So, like you said, and they promoting constantly. They're not. That's not good for you, actually.
Right. Exactly what they doing.
You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
They wouldn't be promoting that. Man.
Exactly. Anything. Their vision is to destroy the black man and woman, right? So anything on their television is to destroy the black man and woman. And if it's to help them, you're not on their television because that's not their vision.
Their vision is not to give you gadgets and weapons to destroy them.
That's not their vision.
Their vision is to give you hand grenades that blow up as soon as you get them and booby traps as soon as you touch them. You see? Mm-hmm. For you to destroy yourself.
Anyone not preaching that vision is being blocked, killed, deplatformed, all type of things. Mm-hmm. You're not about to wake up these people. Right. That's their mindset, sisters and brothers. You're not about to, tell them, because at that point, that means that
that's what they wondering. They're like, well, how are y'all able to do this?
Right.
Because we're being blacklisted. we're one of the people that they're not doing. They were shadow banning us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And whatever they're trying to do, they can't do because we have protection. So people think that it's just always about physical protection. And that's what we're here to tell you.
That you have protection.
Right, you got protection.
During this time.
Exactly.
And that's why we're here to give you this light. So you're going to the right direction when this event takes place. And before it actually hits the fan. Mm-hmm. Because once it hits the fan, it hit the fan. Now you got to flee. Right?
Now you have to blow back.
Exactly.
Shit on you.
Exactly. So we're here to give you that secureness and direction that you're going to be secured, right? When this event takes place.
You don't have to flee if you got a heads up. You see? Now you just move along and prepare to move out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And go ahead, babe.
I was just saying that it's better to take heed. It's better to be prepared, conscious and aware of what's taking place. And like she said, if you can't identify your enemies, then you are your own enemy. So today's time, you should know what the devil is. Nothing spooky. It's a Caucasian devil. Mm-hmm. That's what they are. They're your enemies, the ones who enslaved and afflicted you, brought you here and raped your women and all these things and committed horror and affliction on you. So
physical hell.
Right. This is hell in real life.
Right now. You're the angels, right? That are being afflicted by devils.
Right.
Right? And they've given the angels their minds, right? So we're walking around and don't realize who we truly are. Because we got their mind, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to understand that when angels are spoken of, devils, demons, these are physical people.
Right. That's another thing.
This is nothing spooky. It's just it's flying around you. Little devil on your shoulder, angel on the other. That's what they've painted you a false picture of to say that this is what that's lies. They're destroying your mind. Right. Exactly.
Keep you from finding out
who they truly are. Exactly. Right. That's why they don't tell you about your history because of that. Because if they was to identify our history, they'll be identifying themselves.
Mm-hmm. Sick.
They can't sit in school and talk about and have you write papers on our history because then we'll be talking about them. Mm-hmm. We're talking about them.
Right.
Period. Regardless if it was them, it's their people. And they are their ancestors. Sisters and brothers. Just like you are your ancestors, you are the people that they did these crimes to. Mm. They are the people who did the crimes.
Right.
They are the people who did the crimes, sisters and brothers.
Right, because if that was the case, then they would just come out and just tell what the ancestors did.
Exactly. They're not
That should be
doing that.
good, right?
Exactly. That's
They
why they
know
have that in their hearts, because they're the ones who did it.
I mean, you're still guilty. It's extended
They're
to you.
still guilty. They're guilty from what they've done. It's in them. It's that guilty is lies within them.
And they still surviving off the fruits of their forefathers' labor or whatever.
They're alone.
Benefiting. You know what I'm saying?
Wonder how these black people rich and they can just sit back. That's because their people, their forefathers, the people left them land, left them certain things that they can use and sell and make heck of money from. All sisters and brothers, they're living off of they're living off what they did before.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta look at that as. Mm-hmm. That's still them. This is what they did before.
Right, they did right,
and they prepared for this day today.
Right.
So when it
still worked out for them, just like they planned.
Exactly.
Okay, we still here. Everything's working out good.
Great. And they still, but it's not that they realize that.
No, they don't realize.
You know what I'm saying?
You get what I'm
But
saying.
that's what's happening.
But that's what they're saying. Thanks for my ancestors. Think that they had this in place. Think that they're thanking. They're happy.
Which is why we thank our ancestors as well, because the black woman that is here today is the woman who made sure that our nation was here today. Mm-hmm. This is the results.
Right.
Us. We're talking. We're here.
Right.
We're giving you a life. That's the results of that. Mm. That means your job was done. That means we did our job. The black woman did her job. Regardless of how she's acting now and how she is corrupted today because of our enemies. So we blame the product. We blame the manufacturer, not the product. So regardless of all the all the narratives they build on our black woman, she is the woman that kept us alive. She kept us here today. Mm-hmm. And it shows that she did her job from the results. Sisters and brothers, half of the blacks in America are demons and the other half are original. So that tells you that we kept producing. Right. We kept producing. We stuck beside our man. Exactly. Their plan was to annihilate our nation, to rape us out of existence like they did other ethnicities as well. Mm-hmm. Like they did the Mexicans. They used to be, right? Original, but like until they wiped them out. Right. And they were successful in doing so. They killed all their men, raped all their women, right? And now they're Caucasians. Mm-hmm. Sisters and brothers, they may look mess, but they're Caucasians. This is what they did. And they tried to do that to our nation. But they were not successful. Right. They were not successful in doing so. So they trying everything in their power to get rid of abortions. They're trying to abort our nation in all ways possible. Right. Put the men in prison now. Put all the men in jail. Do away with so the girls won't even have nobody to produce with. Let's figure that out. Let's see if we can do that. Mm-hmm. Man, that's not working. Let's keep that going. And let's put them on birth control. Put them on birth control. Right, sterilize. There you go. Mm-hmm. Okay. Dang, they still here. Okay, that's not working. All right, let's promote going to the other side. Let's promote sexuality. Yeah, let's promote men and women. Men supposed to be together. Women and women supposed to be together. Let's promote that. Let's see if that works. Oh, they're still here. What is going on? It's not working. Nothing's working. Okay, hold on. Let's promote that. You should be with a white man. Black women should be with white men, and maybe that'll wipe them out. There you go. They don't even want to be with their men. Let's destroy their man's image, so they want to be with us. That's not working. Mm-hmm. So they're trying everything in their power. Okay, let's bring in this AI. Right. Let's bring in this AI. Mm-hmm. Let's see if this will take them out. Mm-hmm. Sisters and brothers, they're trying everything in their power, but it's not working. And they're racing the clock. Sisters and brothers,
right? They're almost out of
time.
They're
racing like what? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? They're panicking, sisters and brothers. They're panicking. Mm. What are we gonna do? Right. What are we gonna do? Let's see. This virus will do it.
Right, they're trying to hit us with anything, poison us.
What did it do? Kill them.
Backfire.
Oh, sisters and brothers. Oh, we gotta shut down our whole economy. We gotta shut it down. Shut it down. It didn't work. It backfired. It's killing us now. Oh my God. Sisters and brothers, they're trying everything in their power to kill us, and it's not working. It's not working. They can't figure it out. Like, what the fuck? Because we are God's people, sisters and brothers, and we're the best of planners. God is the best plan. He was not going to let them destroy our nation. We wasn't going to let them do that because we are the ones that, you know what I'm saying? We are God. We are, right? So, sisters and brothers, the point that we're making here is that these people have been in the plan to destroy you since the beginning, sisters and brothers. They put you in the Constitution a long time ago, a 3/5 of a human. We never understood it, right? Why are we in the Constitution at 3/5 of a human? This is a lot of the conversation too. We in the Constitution, you know, it just people speak on it, but don't know really why they did that. Right. And the true reason why they did that was because they plan on putting you on the menu for when that famine will break out that the scriptures tell them about. Total collapse in chapter Revelation that it speaks about. They prepared for that. Right. They're not going without any food, sisters and brothers. They prepared for that. They prepared for this day. Make sure you was in that Constitution at 3/5 of human so they can classify you as food. Food. Sisters and brothers, that's why we say unprecedented times are approaching. This war that you're watching right now, that you're viewing, it's not going to end like you think.
It's not going to go away and everybody resume back to normal. It's going to change things forever. And not in a good way for a lot of individuals.
And that's why you have to prepare, sisters and brothers, in any way possible. Any way possible. Just knowing that this is what's going to happen is going to prepare your mind. Just that much. Just that much.
Right.
Period. Because we have to save as many of our people as possible.
Right.
Because our people are lost right now. They have no light. Walking around. Sleepwalking. They have no light. It's pitch dark out here. And all of our people a lot of our people are going to perish because they didn't know, which is why we're here to let you know. We're that light that you need to be successful in this time that's approaching.
Right.
You're going to have food. You're going to be able to, you know, you're not going to have to suffer like these other people are going to suffer during this time. And through that, and the reason and how we're going to be successful during the tribulations is through our unity. That's what's going to happen. We're going to come together, sisters and brothers. And the scripture says that we're going to come together as a mighty nation in a twinkling of an eye.
Right.
It's a mighty nation. So all these other things are happening, right? We're living out the scriptures, right? This is happening. Judgment started. Israel's going to be destroyed. All these things that the scriptures identified said will happen is happening, right? So it said that we would change in the twinkling of an eye. It said that we would, out of nowhere, right? In the twinkling of an eye. Meaning you were like this yesterday, and now you're like this today, right? And you will be a mighty nation. That means that's going to take place as well, right? So that alone should motivate you. That alone should motivate you just to know, because at the end of the day, you know, we have to make that happen.
Right.
Period.
You know, invest in yourself.
But there you go. That alone should motivate you to invest in yourself because the scripture said, I will be like this. I mean, that's what it said you'll be like, right? But you have to do that, right? That means that we did it. Right. That means we did those things.
Exactly.
Right. That means that means we did invest and prepare.
Right.
Right? And that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
Preparing our people, investing into our people, investing into ourselves.
Right. Exactly.
Because this knowledge is a free gift. Period.
Right.
This is yours.
So anybody charging you is against God. They said it'd be free. That means you're against your people. You charging them for information they're supposed to have to save their lives, save their families' lives. You say you love them, but you're charging them for information that they need to survive during a time of unprecedented trouble, during darkness, time of darkness. Supposed to be giving God's word. So why is you charging for something that you want for them? You want glory for them, right? So you must want their defeat. Because I got to keep paying for it.
They're not, and that's another thing. They're not even paying for the knowledge. They're not getting it. You're paying for something you ain't even getting.
Right, you're just paying for fairy tale.
They're not even speaking on this war.
They're just motivating.
They're not speaking about it at all. They don't even want to talk about it.
Their job is to keep you within the program of America.
Exactly.
Keep you destroying yourself. Keep you loving massa. Keep you focused on loving fairy tale land in heaven that never existed. Keep you focused on Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, that was beat into us when we got here.
Jesus? Who is that? What?
Right.
Sisters and brothers.
Who is that?
It's all a lie.
Right. It was all to destroy you. Psychologically keep you enslaved and tormented and tortured. You know what I'm saying? Keep you held up with fear. They said we'd be slaves all life from fear. And that's what they wanted. Us to be forever slaves. They're slaves. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You see that we want separation.
Imagine the wrath of our people when they wake up and realize they've been lied to by these pastors and these preachers. Right. Because the majority of the people were in the churches and think they're demons, you know. Yeah, but it is a lot of our people in the, you know, churches and things as well.
So like, yeah, I was definitely dragged to church as a child. But as soon as I got done being a child, I never went back.
Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people made their decision makings off of what pastors told them to do and, you know, the motivation of the pastor or something that was told to them to do from the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they did not come out, and the outcome of, you know, what I'm trying to say, a lot of their decision makings in life comes from their pastors, period.
Their counselors.
In this world, a lot people go to the pastor when they have a problem or think they should, you know, need some type of motivation or some type
Lord's
of
man.
Exactly.
Right? So we should have all the glorious advice that I need.
So and they usually accept their advice and sometimes it doesn't go out how they thought it would, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take it by taking their advice.
Right.
So that's what I say. A lot of people are going to be very, very, very angry because a lot of their mothers, they made decisions.
Father's mother
for their sisters, in hospitals. They had to told them to do certain things. They told them to take them off the thing, do these things. And when you could have did this, but you listening to your pastor who's a liar, who's trying to take your money, and all in the midst of this, he was taking your money. In the midst of this, he was taking your money. And he's a liar, and all the stuff that you telling me is lies, you know it. Sisters and brothers, like I said, they're going to be on pitchforks. Mm-hmm. Churches are going to be impaled. Churches are going to be burnt down.
Look like popsicle sticks up there. Right.
Sisters and brothers, people are going to, the anger.
Right. Damn near rip a man's heart out, right out his chest. That's how much anger we're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to squeeze his head and burst it like a watermelon or something. You know, all that juice come running out. You see, snatch a person by their throat and then they rip their head off.
All that built up pressure that we've been holding back for 400 plus years, submitting to Adam, right?
Right. That's what it was. This was fine. That's what was told us to do. We did exactly what God told us to do. That's what we always do.
But imagine all that pressure they got built up.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't retaliate. Right?
All right.
Sisters and brothers, that dam is going to break.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, right?
When that day comes.
God told us to submit to them. Then he told them something too. Not to touch us. See, that's where the problem is. They have no problem with enslaving us. If that was it, then they'd be fine. He said, don't afflict them. Mm-hmm. Don't do this to them. Don't hurt them.
Because if you understood the knowledge of it, we was in submission for a reason. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Energy. Right.
And that goes into another conversation. However, there's a reason for our submission. Not that we just it's time God told you to submit to these people. There was a reason for all these things, right? Exactly. And they were told not to touch us, like what David just shared. But what did they do?
Did exactly what they was told not to do.
Sisters and brothers, they hated us.
Right. People gave them life. Whew. Gave them life. We're the reason why they exist. See, that's powerful. They want you to know that.
You gotta understand that they're beasts, though, sisters and brothers. They're animals. So just by nature, they're against who we are. Period.
Right, it was cool.
Period.
We gave them the rights to exercise their nature, kill, steal, and destroy. That was the guidance. This is saying, don't touch us. You get it? Like we were fine with it. Them exercising who they were. Just leave us the hell out of it. They couldn't help themselves. They gave us the worst affliction of all.
We were the punching bags for the rest of the planet. Because if we, in fact, were not here, they would have, sisters and brothers, they would have tore up the planet. Let's start there. And that, because they got around.
Right. That's how they got to America. They
got around.
They left from over there and came here.
But we were the punching bags, right? We were what we. I'm not saying we were used for that. Well, we can't look at it that way. You can't look at it that way. And we were used for that, so they wouldn't touch anyone else. They won't destroy our planet. Right? Am I expressing that properly?
Right. We help simmer them, calm them, and mend their hearts. There
you go. And you wonder why all the innovations come out of America. All the innovations came from America. They were horse and buggy before that, right? And all of a sudden, all the innovations come out of America. Why is that? That's because they're the only nation that has who? God's people.
Right.
The black men and women. We're the only nation. They're the only nation. They have us. So that's why all the innovations come out of America. Why? Because we are the blueprint.
Why is it not coming out of Europe? Why is it not coming out of those places?
They got the blueprint here.
If the devils are superior and so much greater in the mind, then they should be having innovations from every European country. But they don't. Just from here.
Exactly. Because we qualify for all the things, all those jobs that they gave away, we qualified for. Right? We qualified for those things. They gave them to everyone else. Right? I forgot the point I was trying to make.
The point that we are the creators.
Yes, we're the creators. Exactly. we are the creators.
Once they rob us and steal our ideas, patent it, and make millions off of it, and then get the jobs prepared for, what we come up. We come up with things, and that's how they got the jobs set up for our nation to thrive. Instead of giving it to us, they bring in outsiders to take over those jobs.
And that's exactly what they did.
We get the other ethnicities and other people, so we don't thrive and benefit from it, even though we're the creators of all these things.
And they did all those things just to put us in a consumption position. Now, all we do is consume. We don't produce nothing. All we do is purchase from them. Purchase. We're not producing anything. We're purchasing. So we're consumers, right? And that's exactly what the position that they put us in, a consumer position. So we're not the ones producing anything. So we're not needed, honestly, right? Because we're not doing anything, right? All we're doing is purchasing, making them constantly,
we're depending on
keeping
them.
their money.
Stay alive.
That's another thing. Right, we're depending on them. There you go. Exactly. Because we're not doing anything. They did this to us, though. We have to remember that, sisters and brothers. We're not tearing down our people at all. They did this to us. This is why we are in this condition that we're in. Because of them. Because of them. But it doesn't change the fact that we are still in that condition, period. So we have to get ourselves out of it. We have to get ourselves out of this condition. Because they plan on replacing you with, they are already have it in place. They have robots flipping burgers, mopping floors, cleaning glass.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there for you to do? They have AI doing paperwork. What else is there for you to do? Nothing, sisters and brothers. And that's their plan, to wipe us out. Bring in the robots, wipe them out, right? We ain't got to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
They do it for free. That's what this reality is built off of. Maximum profit, minimum overhead. Exactly.
Capitalism.
So why not get rid of the people that we got to pay and listen to their attitudes and all these things? Why not get rid of them and just bring in the robots?
Right. And more.
They're more sufficient. They're smarter. They're able to do way more than these Negroes.
You need a rest. They
ain't got to go to sleep. They ain't got to do none of that. Oh, that's the best life, right? And that's their plans, to get rid of us. And then right now they're replacing us with the Mexicans. That's another situation. That's another conversation, brothers. Half of them have the jobs here that we had, right? Mm-hmm. What's going on with that? What's with that? It's because they have a plan to annihilate you. Deal shrewdly with them. That's exactly what they're doing. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they're doing, sisters and brothers. But like we shared, Allah is the best planners. Mm-hmm. And they will not be successful in their plans. But it's important for you to know who your enemies are and for you to know their plan, right? So you're not stuck and trapped when all this breaks out. All right, sisters and brothers. So, did you have anything else to express back?
Yes, ma'am. The best way to be successful is to be 100% focused on whatever the task is at hand. And not only that, is to be yourself. Stop being programmed stop staying within the programming. You as original people, you feel it. You know, you can feel when something's not right with things. Don't just keep going along with it. Separate yourself, isolate yourself, and start to remove the devil's mind from you.
But we know that. I'm sorry.
If you're listening, yes, sir. I'm saying, yes, sir. Don't just pass by this information and think that it's nothing. Remove yourself from the situation. Mm-hmm. Double down on your discipline. Start to regain your discipline back. Start stuff that you was doing that was wild, reduce it. Start to pick up stuff that's better for your health, better for your life. Start to read. Start to educate yourself on mathematics. Stuff of this. Start to understand the language of the world, which is mathematics. Start looking into studying and understanding those principles and get familiar with educating yourself and re-improving yourself and staying away from the devil's trinkets and rewards, short-term rewards and gains and all these distractions. Mm-hmm. You see? So
right. Because at that point, you're putting the pressure on yourself. Right. You'll be putting that on yourself. So that makes you even stronger because you're doing that in the midst of all this stuff happening.
Exactly.
In the midst of you still having to go to work, in the midst of you still having to live this world's life, you have to also try to gain that back knowledge of self in the midst of still having to live this world's life. And while this hand, that false Israel, is still holding you down.
Exactly. You're preparing. You're preparing and you start to invest back into yourself to get yourself prepared to accept the information in full. You see, because you have to start somewhere, brothers and sisters. So you start with regaining the fact how the world works. Mm-hmm. The world works based off mathematics, consequence. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. That's facts. You see? So look at, if you can't prove it, then, or if it don't make sense, look for the logicness in it, the reasoning, and the things of that nature in it. Start to challenge it and question stuff. Right. We start thinking.
Just accept anything.
Right. They don't want you to think.
We don't want you to accept what we're telling you right here. Right. We want you to ask questions. Yeah. Ask us questions, sisters and brothers. We're live. We go live. Please give us your question under our live. Reach out to us. Because we would love to answer your questions if you have any questions on the angels perspective. However, when it comes to certain things that we're speaking to you about the scriptures, you can go and read these things yourself. Go check it. Go check it.
Go read Hebrews 7. Go read all these things that we're explaining to you about Exodus. Mm-hmm. Read Exodus. Connect it to what happened to us. You know, go, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
See what's going on with that.
Read Malachi. It'll tell you about the message of the covenant that will come. Yeah. And give you the message of the covenant. Someone who you would delight in. Sisters and brothers, this is what the scriptures is telling you that will happen. And he's also the Messiah, right? He said the Messiah. Everybody's looking for a Messiah. That's what's going on right now, too. It's another thing happening. Everybody's trying to find these things, but nobody meets the description. All these people that are claiming to be this person, and they're not meeting any of the descriptions of the Messiah, right? He said he would break the seal. That's a description none of them meet, right? He said that he would give the message of the covenant. None of them are meeting that either. Because they're not giving that message about the covenant. But one man, right? That's why, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot the point I was making.
To do your research. I know that's what you were saying.
Yes.
To look into it.
To look into it. Exactly. Yes. Because they're not going to do nothing but lie to you. You got Farrakhan out here lying to you. When they said that one will come after the messenger, and that person would be the messenger of the covenant. Who is the messenger, though? Mm-hmm. That's something that you need to know, too. Because a lot of our people are being blinded from the messenger that came to tell you who to raise you up. They're blinded from that. And they're making sure you never know about Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? And because these are all, this is a person who was for you, sisters and brothers. For the black man and woman waking up. For that's why they destroyed the nation. They had to end that, right? Because if not, we'll be separate from them, right? They won't know anything because it wasn't allowed during that time, right? Caucasians couldn't come into the temple, huh? And they're in there conspiring without us. We don't know anything. We don't know what's going on with them niggas. We don't know what they got going on in there. I don't know. We gotta cut that out. We gotta cut that out. And that's why you have Farrakhan there now. A demon, sisters and brothers, who looks like us. And he's an FBI informant. He works for the system. He's one of their children. That's for them to keep that eye on us. Because they can't have us separate from him. They can't have us doing things, because that means we're going back to who we truly are. Once we separate from them, we'll start going back to who we truly are. Which is why they got to keep that eye on us. They got to stay around us. They got to have their leader saying, we need to come together. I had a dream. This is their people, sisters and brothers, telling us that we need to come together. And that's not true. They know that they did that on purpose. So you do not ever separate from them, because in order for us to stay corrupted, we have to stay around the corruption. You have to stay around the corruption. They're the corruption, right? So they can't have us having a nation here and doing no. They had to get rid of that, sisters and brothers. So we have to understand that they're not going to tell you about the messenger. A lot of the older generation doesn't know about him, because the messenger was here. Whole established nation of Islam, all these things. So they do know about it, but things that they don't show you. They no longer show you about the messenger. They only show you Malcolm X and certain people or Muhammad Ali, all these people who came from him, right? But they're not going to highlight, him, because
right. I mean, they highlighting separation.
Exactly, highlighting separation.
Highlighting that we're going home. They highlighting that they was devils. Mm-hmm. It said right, but it said devils ain't devils no more. That's the message. You see?
Right, and that was his message. They can't tell you about him, because his message was that they are devils.
Devils are devils. Snake's a snake. You see? Can a tiger change its stripes? No. You are what you are. You see?
That's why you don't know nothing about it. This generation, this time, nobody knows nothing about. So when you read, like I said, when you read into Malachi, you say, "Who is messenger?" And after the messenger, you say, "Oh, messenger of the covenant will come to his temple," right? So you be wondering who that is. Excuse me, sisters and brothers. Right. So that's why it's important for you to do your research, study, so you know exactly. So you're able to connect with the scriptures when we're telling you what this means and who this person represents. You're able to understand that for yourself.
Right. You can see it yourself.
Right.
You see?
Exactly.
Right.
Because the proof is out there. Like you said, a blind person is going to be able to see that this is, you know what I'm saying? Well, am I saying that right?
Right.
It's going to be so clear. Truth going to be so clear that a blind person gonna be able to see. I'm not saying they're gonna be able to see it.
Truth be so clear, a fool wouldn't there.
A fool wouldn't there. There you go. There you go. That's how clear that this truth is gonna be, and it is right now. It's just our people are not focused on it. But once that focus hits, oh, it's hell to pay for these devils, sisters and brothers, because that's the beginning of our rise. Oh no, we can't have that. But we know that they're going to be destroyed, sisters and brothers. And we're going to continue to give you all this light through this dark time that we are in today. So with that, thank you for watching our live, and we will be back with more. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.